get some music going in the background too. Oh my god, this giant fly just scared the crap out of me. Sorry, if anyone else saw that.
It's coming for you. Coming for you.
Alright, let me just tweet that we're live and then we'll get rocking and rolling.
Good. I will retweet.
Ooh.
Hey ThoTechtical, how are you? Dude, but you know, I was doing the Meta Simplified today, and I thought Shadow Dust Clock XL had a lot of play. I don't see a lot of people using it. Like, at least from what I saw, it had like so many neutral matchups, and it's like the perfect safe cover for anyone who doesn't have a liquor.
Yeah, but like liquors, oh, if they have a liquor, it's just yikes. And also,
but it's like this, you know. Dust Clock, if there is no liquor, perfect safe spot.
yeah.
There's no ground, perfect safe spot.
Sorry, don't retweet that one. I didn't even put the link in.
Does anyone even have a Pachirisu?
I have a lot of Pachirisu. I just don't have a.
I know Rob has an XL. Fully maxed out.
Oh, he does.
Oh no.
Is it fully? Does Rob have a fully maxed out one? I thought it wasn't maxed out just yet.
No, I don't know, but it was Best Buddy XL. I know that, but I'm not sure if it was fully that. Maybe
I've been trying to.
Your friends, you can check.
Yeah, I do have my friends actually. Let me see. Is he walking it? Is he walking it? I've been asking my lucky friends if they have Pachirisu, but nope.
If we were lucky friends, Thomas, I would give you my Pachirisu.
Alright, we gotta become friends right now.
Yep.
I will send you my code.
Deal. That's my incentive for getting these big names. It's like, I have a Pachirisu for you.
Where did you get it?
I was at GoFest last year.
There you go, you got my code.
In Chicago. Wahaha. Selling Thomas's code for... No. I think a lot of people can get it anyway. Yeah, so you host your own practice tournaments every month or week where people get to play you. I'm sure your code is one of the most well-known on the internet.
Yeah, if people want my code, they can find it. But not that many people invite me, luckily.
Yeah, I assume that's difficult. Because if you do get it and you don't really know the name, you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
You know, the friend list is only so big.
I get like a random friend request a day, but that's it. That's it. Nothing much. Makes me feel nice.
All right, cool. Let's get rocking and rolling on this Venture Cup. Yeah, we just released the Meta Simplified on it today, but you are ahead of us because I see that you've already done a couple big tournaments on your channel.
Yes, we have already done 2.
Yeah. So what can you tell us about the Venture Cup so far? What are your thoughts on it?
It's a very, very interesting meta. It is quite a difficult meta as well to like fully team build in because of the point system. Of course, you have 20 points, and I don't know them out of my head, but there are like 6-point picks and a bunch of 4-point picks and a bunch of 6-point picks, and a lot of them are 1 point. And building a team around that point system is very difficult because a lot of the strong picks are locked in at high points, and you can create some very solid cores with those. But then to get core breakers for those cores, in case you face them on your opponent's team, most of those core breakers also cost points. So it becomes kind of like pick your poison. Like, what do you want to be weak to, almost?
Yeah, so, I have to say I was. Actually, yeah, we'll get right into this was the cup rules, but the winner of this tournament actually was ThoTechtical.
Yeah, well, so. it was a tight victory, but yeah, I was one of the players with a 5-1 score at the end. Yeah. So yeah, pretty nice for a first tournament.
So hey, Baxtein. But yeah, walk us through this a little bit. I was gonna say, like, Zangoose was never on my radar of something that I would think would be that good until I was editing your clips, and I was like, oh crap, that thing is a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, I love Zangoose. You know, this meta is basically just Retro Cup, right? Retro Cup with the point restrictions. And Zangoose was my MVP in Retro Cup. I love it. Like, Night Slash close combat coverage is really, really good. Beats Mew, beats the Lickers, which I thought were gonna be big. And it kind of has the same role as the Lickers in beating the Psychic types, beating Frostlass. So that was basically a pick from the start. I just really wanted to try it out in this meta, and I'm pairing it with Deoxys. Just a very solid core. Deoxys, of course, is a 6-point pick, so rather expensive, but I think one of the best 6-point picks out there. Counter users in this meta, very, very strong. And Deoxys just beats all the other counter users. So very good duo with Zangoose. Don't think there's much that beats both of those. So that was my basic core. And then I also picked Lugia because at the time that was a 1-point pick. This tournament was done pre the Dragon Tail buff. After the Dragon Tail buff, it's now actually a 6-point pick.
Yeah,
so,
which is such a bummer. I had it eyed on as well. I was like, ooh, I even give it a second move, and then they give it 6 points. Now I have to really decide if I want to keep it on my team.
Exactly. Yeah, Lugia was mainly for on a potential Altaria Medicham core. Altaria Medicham core is a very tough one to break in this meta. Because Frostlass, of course, the hardest counter for it is a 10-point pick. Not many people are gonna have it. Well, I didn't have room for it, of course. So I was like, I'll pick Lugia, can beat both of those. And also just a very solid coverage with Zangoose. Like, it also beats all the fighters really hard. And then my other picks were basically just to round out my squad. Dragonite, I just really like Dragon damage in this meta. There's no Charmers, there's no Steel types, so Dragon damage is very, very powerful. I wasn't expecting many Ice types as well, because most of the Ice types are either 4 or 6 points. At least they're like the really good ones. You have like Articuno and Glalie at 1 point, but I wasn't expecting many of those.
Oh, time out. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. I did this accidentally again when my mic was weird last time, but Enhoff, thank you for the raid. Now everyone can hear. That's awesome. Yeah, we're going over ThoTechtical finally winning his own practice tournament. Wow. So we're walking through his Venture Cup team.
Wow, alright, well, I will just keep at it then. Golem, alright, good ice answer. That's why I have it. A very good combo with Dragon. It's actually a 1-pointer. You have Alolan Graveler, which is a 4-pointer, and you have Golem, which is a 1-pointer. But they basically do the same thing. I'm running Wild Charge on it, but you could consider Stone Edge as well. But Wild Charge came in very useful for me, actually. I was, before this tournament, I wanted Stone Edge, but I have some issues with TMs. So I decided, you know what, I'll just keep Wild Charge. Same with Lugia, actually. It doesn't have... If you're gonna play Lugia in this meta, you should have Aero Blast. But I'm running Hydro Pump. Just because I didn't want to ETM it just yet. But yeah, with just Sky Attack it still works. And Wish Cash, just to round out the team, it's a 4-pointer. Just a very solid, spammy, neutral damage Pokemon. Good tank.
Indeed. Yeah, looking at your team, it's like you have 3 really frail boys, and then 3 that have like a pretty decent amount of bulk to them. But like Dragonite is so powerful, but I mean it can barely take hits of things that aren't even effective with it in Great League. So
yeah, it's a Shadow too, by the way. If you look at the tournament, I didn't register it as Shadow because I forgot.
Disqualify
I told all my opponents before the matches that it was a Shadow, so it's extra glossy.
Wait, Tho won his own practice tournament. Did he have another? Yeah. Though actually, he had 2 practice tournaments, and I think you have another one on Friday, right, for Venture again?
Exactly. We did another one like last Friday where I used Cresselia. I went 4-2 there. I can't really recommend Cresselia as a 10-point pick, to be honest. Pretty expensive for that one, but there's another one this Friday because we do have buffs and nerfs. Well, mainly buffs actually, but the nerfs other Pokemon. So we're gonna try those out. So if you want some more practice, this Friday, my channel 7:30 p.m. Central European time, we'll have a tournament.
Very cool. Yeah, I definitely need to get into one of these because I haven't done any practice yet. So, but let's get into your teams. So in your first round, you played this team. Mew looked also pretty good. I know that Abby was looking at running it, but he has the same problem with you with the TMs, where he's lacking some. And Mew is, I think, the worst thing to try to get on something you want if you are lacking charge TMs.
It is so bad. It is so bad. Well, luckily though, new season of GBL means easy TMs if you go 5-0. So use some premium passes in your first sets, and you might get some extra TMs. But yeah, Mew is incredibly solid in this meta.
Yeah. What were your thoughts when you saw this team? The Crystal, I mean, that's pretty dangerous against two of your your flyers for sure.
Yeah. Well, I do have the Zangoose for the Mew, of course. Straight away, I'm thinking Zangoose is honestly quite strong. I think my opponent probably is going to use the Munchlax and the Mew, because they're both pretty good against my team. Especially if it's like a Wild Shard Surf Mew. Beats like 3 of my team for sure, like the Oxys, Lugia, and the Golem. And against... or not Surf, I mean a Dragon Claw most likely. That's the standard moveset with Dragon Claw, so it beats Dragonite as well. And it's like neutral versus Whiscash and Golem, so I'm definitely thinking he's bringing that. And Munchlax as well. Munchlax pretty much beats a lot of my team. It beats, well, it's pretty even versus Deoxys, beats Lugia, even versus Dragonite, and Whiscash and Graveler, I think, or Golem, I think it beats. And then Zangoose can beat it, but Munchlax still has a lot of play, so I'm definitely thinking he's going to bring those two. So Zangoose is looking quite good. And besides that, I think Deoxys just looks incredibly solid. Really only has to worry about the Mew. So yeah, I think what I do here first game, if I remember correctly, I go with like an ABB strat, Zangoose lead, then Deoxys as a safe swap to lure out the Mew, and then Lugia on the back to close, hopefully.
What is this, GBL?
Yeah, it is GBL. It is GBL. You know, ABV has been around since the beginning of Silph. You know, I think first Boulder Cup we were all running like, I don't know, Mudboy double Scarm, something like that.
It's true. It was from the very beginning. I remember there was like one time when I really recognized it as a strategy. I was playing against Kepkilika, and he lured out my my Marowak with one of his grasses, and then once he got rid of that, then his other grass swept, and I was like, oh, yeah, people do that.
Yeah, Kev is one of the great grandfathers of ABB. That is for sure.
But cool, let's get into your first round. I think it's going to be you and Abid, so we'll get right into that.
Well, let's get it.
All right, let's see what you do.
Yeah, I think it was Zangoose. Yeah, I do lead the Zangoose into the Munchlax. This is
a positive lead. Let's say neutral lead. You need to land the close combat, and he needs to wait to throw the bodies.
Yep. I never throw the close combat here until they throw their move, because I can survive one before I'm debuffed, and then I just go straight close combat, because now body slam kills me anyway, so no need to be safe with it. Just go for another one right here.
Yeah, I think at this point, Munchlax has to, oh my god, he just let it go.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a CMP tie, that's even worse.
Yeah, I tried to swap out right there, but he got to another move, and now I think it's gonna farm down.
Yeah, I think you can, right? Yeah, that's an insane farm down. Now you possibly want to save his energy and go into the
died with the move, but has to Russell, which is quite tough, honestly, for what I have in the back. So
yeah.
It's not looking
but
great.
I think right now swapping into Mew could have been a mistake, because Castle can take on Deoxys pretty okay, but I think Mew is going to do so much damage to the Deoxys.
And it's a Dark Wheels.
Oh my
yes. God. 1 HP. So I get that, which is really, really nice. But they no shield, so I'm still gonna have to farm this down with Zangoose.
Yeah, it was a really, oh man. Is this another
actually coming with Lugia right there to take the move. It's a freaking Dark Pulse Rock Slap View, which is ridiculous, but it's a really cool moveset, I think, in this meta. Now I'm hoping to get to the Hydro, but I won't reach it, so I gotta go for Sky Attack. Really hoping he shoots this, because if they do, then I can get the 2 moves on Goose, or get to a close combat on Goose, but they don't shield. Very smart. Now really gotta hope to get to the Night Slash. But they're just gonna shoot this.
I think, yeah, exactly, because they can shield, and that's like two rock throws, and you should be gone. Do they have back-to-back Scissors? I think they do, right? They did farm down entirely.
No, they don't. So if I survive one, I would get there, but no, I just barely died to that one smackdown, and I lose the first game. Yeah, Crustle, I think I kind of overlooked Crustle. Crustle is just like too much fast move pressure for Zangoose to handle, and of course Lugia just loses to it. So I probably have to be better prepared for Crustle in the second game.
Exactly. So I guess you would want to bring something like a Wish Cache
Yeah.
to deal with it. I think a Wish Cache would have done pretty neutral against his entire team.
Yes, yes, for sure. For sure. Especially since the Mew is like Dark Pulse Rock Slide. It doesn't really have any moves that can really threaten Wish Cache. No Grass Knot or anything. And I think he's not going to bring the Pelipper. So yeah, Wish Cache does look pretty strong.
Exactly. I think your Pokemon have scared off the Pelipper. Okay, Mew into Zangoose is a pretty good lead for you. Because you do have a Shadow Claw and oh, coming in with the Munchlax. I think you go for the close combat and hit, right?
Yeah, I do think so. Though, if they decide to shield this, I might just go for another one. Somehow we CP tied there, which kind of strange because he did swap in, but now I gotta shield it up. That would do a lot, and then then I go for another one right here.
Probably farm up. Yeah, this is gonna do like I think 80% of Munchlax probably, and if unshielded, oh my god. Oh, another CMP tie.
Yeah, another CMP tie. We get there at the same rate, so it makes sense. Though after the swap out, that shouldn't happen because they should be one turn behind. But I think he got fake CMP tie on the first one, so that gave him a turn advantage there.
Exactly. With this much energy, it doesn't matter what comes in after. You have to shield the Zangoose. Oh my god!
Did you see that one freaking counter damage? That did so much for a Shadow Hitmonchan. It's pretty ridiculous. But I swap into my soft counter in the Wish Cache into the Hitmonchan. So now it brings in the Mew, and I still have my Deoxys for the Hitmonchan as well. So this is quite okay.
This is pretty much This is pretty much done and dusted. I think you will get to this Blizzard and a Mud Bomb, and I don't think the Mew can, let's say, throw a Dark Pulse onto the defense Deoxys for it to do any damage. And you pretty much wall the Hitmonchan.
Exactly. And even if the Mew would have KO'd my Wish Cache right there, I still had Zangoose with enough health to potentially Shadow Claw down the Mew. So I was in a pretty nice spot right here. Just yeah, just you know, the Zangoose lead into the Mew Munchlax score is just so nice.
Yeah, exactly. I think Zangoose really broke his him bringing Hitmonchan was kind of surprising after the solid work that Crustle put in, but this Psycho Boost is gonna kill the Shadow Hitmonchan and the other strength.
Yeah, definitely. Goodbye, Shadow Hitmonchan. One of, I think, a very good pick in this meta, by the way. Has the access to like Thunder Punch and Ice Punch, which is good coverage for like the flyers. Mainly Altaria with Ice Punch, and you could even go like Fire Punch for Ice types if you want. So I think a really good fighter in this meta.
Yeah, I guess with Ice you just counter them down.
Yeah.
The ices that are available are either Abomasnow or Lapras or Dugong. So Thunder Punch, Fire Punch covers both.
Yeah. True. Third game.
Let's see what you do. Game 3. Oh, this is it's a nice lead.
Very good lead. I instant swap my Deoxys into the Munchlax, and I can remember right away I was kind of hitting myself in the head here because Munchlax with a little energy advantage can actually take this matchup. So I think a safer move would have been throwing a mud bomb before swapping out, but now we're in here and now we're just gonna stay here. They shoot up the first Rock Slide, and hopefully I can still take a switch here.
Yeah, this is gonna be really close because I think they can try to CMP you, but this is still going to be close. I think at this point he can opt to let's say double shield the Munchlax, but since you have Psycho Boost, I think you got this. Oh
yeah. Yeah, but a little mistake right there. I tried to overfarm, but I overfarmed way too much, and I get to the Body Slam before I get to my Psycho Boost. I even tried to go for the Rock Slide right there, but also already fake CMP tied, so yeah, it's not great. Shield down, but you know, Wish Cache is such a solid answer that that might serve play right here.
exactly. And you had the rock slide too. I think if you had thrown the rock slide, it would have done a little bit more damage.
Yeah, definitely. But here's a Mew coming out, and because he doesn't have Wild Charge or anything, none of his moves will one-shot me. So I think I'm still fine here.
He doesn't shield.
Yeah.
Basically he's trying to close the game with Crustle, which is going to be really hard considering that there's a Wish Cache at the back.
Look at those squishy gooses, though.
Yeah.
That was one Dark Pulse.
But I think Zangoose, you need to play it a wee bit more to get used to it. It's like Haunter in a way that it does a lot of damage, but you really need to practice with it so that you know what moves you can take and what you cannot.
Exactly. It is such a squishy mon. You definitely need to practice with it. But once you get used to it, it can be so powerful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Wish Cache going for another Mudbone right here. Resisting all of Crystal's fast moves, and X-Scissor is the only neutral move here actually, but X-Scissor is such a weak charge move that it really doesn't do that much.
Yeah, and you definitely outpace it with access to Mud Shot. So
yeah,
I
definitely.
Think this game is said GG's. Very well played by the opponent. He tried to, I think, bring in the same team as game number 1, and to see if you made the same mistakes, but you didn't. You closed out.
Yeah.
Recognizing double flyer was not a good idea.
No. Lugia kind of was a bad call in the first game, but we made up for it in the final 2 matches. Basically hard countered him in the final game, which was pretty nice because I didn't end up playing that game so well, but because of the alignment, I luckily was able to take it.
Yeah, you kind of had to win that secondary matchup so you could get the Whiscash line back on the Crustle.
Yeah, exactly.
Count Zivius, we are getting some requests from the chat for you to turn up your volume. Mm-hmm. So apparently you're a bit low. So if you could do that in Discord somehow.
I think you can do that on OBS, no?
But you guys are on the same channel, so.
Okay. I just put my output to maximum. I don't know if that helps. Does it?
You sound a bit louder for me. But yeah, let us know in the chat, guys. Avi, you sound great. All right. Let's see. Round 2. Is this a fellow person from the Netherlands, Fire Dog here?
I think so. Honestly, I don't know. I think he is. But I've never really talked to him. But I assume so with a name like that, probably. Or Belgium.
Or Belgium. That's true. Yeah. And keeping with the name, I see a Talonflame on the team. So.
Yeah. Man, that thing is pretty scary.
Yeah, it is very scary. But the first thing I noticed is he doesn't have like a solid answer to your Deoxys.
Nope.
Yes, Zangoose does okay, but you still take super effective damage from the counters. So I think that's going to be your safe swap. You're right. You try to call the lead and then put it on a safe swap, or you're just going to lead and see what they do.
It's not just the defense Deoxys that he's weak to. It's also a Dragonite puts in a lot of work right here.
Oh.
It's pretty insane. Only 2 of his mons hit like neutral fast moves on it. So.
Yeah, and the thing with the Quagsire is obviously it can one-shot it, but the Dragon Breath is just so oppressive on the Quagsire, and it's obvious, that they can't bait you. So.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's, as long as you can, even if you're lined up against the Quag, it's not ideal, but it's not the worst scenario because you're definitely going to hit the Dragon Claws.
Yep. I think my strat versus his line is probably either lead Denied with the Deoxys safe swap, or like lead Deoxys with Dragonite safe swap, and just force switch whatever happens, and we'll probably be in a pretty good spot.
Yeah. You could also try to burn their shields and just give 2 shields to Deoxys and sweep, because that would be also very easy.
Your whole team just burns shields. Your team is.
I like to burn shields, give 2 shields to something that I really like and win.
So all right.
All right, let's see how you play that.
Yep, let's see. I think. Oh, it's with Amanda. Nice. All right, I lead the Dragonite right here, and this is amazing. As you said, Stone Edge just one shots, but I have 2 shields, so I can just Dragon Breath down really.
I'm trying to see what was your backline too. I noticed that if you have kind of a frail one that needs a lot of shields, then you're pairing it with something with a little more bulk in the back. So that makes sense.
Exactly. Don't want to pair my D-Knight and Goose together, ideally, because they both take like 4 shields and.
Interesting that they swapped out. So they stored a lot of energy on the Quag, then it swapped out to the Machamp. But obviously, Machamp is not a great Dragonite counter, and you answer back with a really good Machamp counter in Defense Deoxys.
Yeah, I mean, he really doesn't have that much of a choice, really, because I would have just farmed down his Quack before it got to the second Stone Edge, I think. So we just came in with Machamp to sack it, not expecting it to have much use, and now he's going back in with the Quack, but I have a Psycho Boost ready for it.
Nice. Jean Najin is saying that you're a dirty cheater, just so you know.
Whoa. Whoa.
Shots fired. Shots
only
fired.
because I don't use his Credilli, dude.
So even though this is debuffed, it still was going to do heavy damage. They shielded up, just trying to get a lot of energy on the Pelipper before they throw this Weather Ball. Timing it very well, yeah. This will be definitely enough to knock it out, and then I assume, let's see, yep. Yeah, is the goal just that they don't even see your last Pokemon?
Yeah, if possible, you always want to make sure you keep as much information like secret as you can.
Mm-hmm.
So not showing my third here is quite valuable, really, for the next couple games.
So down goes the Pelipper, and down, there it goes. So
yep.
Yeah, like you said, your team composition is just really strong against his in general. I would be interested to see how he is able to kind of change it around. I assume, I mean, it's not that the Quagsire was a bad choice because it does well against both the Dragonite and Lugia if it can get to its moves, if it gets some energy advantage. So maybe that's still coming in, but a swap in or something. We'll see how he plays
They
it.
need to burn more shields before
Yep.
they use Quag, really. Alright, but Champ lead into my D-Knight again. I'll delete this and I'll take switch. I double shield her if I have to, and I should be fine.
Yeah, which is so sad that you would have to double shield on a fighter. But, I mean, if you look... Oh, wow, good counting.
Oh, I actually caught it.
Though
Oh,
getting
so
fancy. Catching the cross chop. Let's see. Yep, and here comes this Quag.
Yeah, this is very fine. This is very fine. I'll let him throw a move right here. Nerfquake doesn't even KO, so I'll just save all the shields for D-Knight.
It's a good plan. So yeah, you know that the Defense Deoxys has done its job, so you're just going to double Psycho Boost, I assume, and just let it die.
Yep. From here, double Psycho Boost will put the Quack like deep into the red. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna have to throw another move if he wants to KO me before I get to the third Psycho Boost. So. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. How sad. Sad Quag.
It is, the Deoxys is very, very spammy with the Psycho Boots. Like, they come out way quicker than you expect most of the time.
Mm-hmm. I think so many players at the beginning were just hesitant to use it because it does do the debuff, but I mean, obviously you just got to build your strategy around it.
Exactly, and in comes a freaking jump up, and at this point this is probably over because I have 2 flyers versus a fighter and a grass type, so this is looking pretty good. In comes my champ, and now just shoot this up, or oh no, I could have let it go too.
Oh, I think you'll be able to Dragon Breath down and then at least throw something onto the jump bluff.
Yep, exactly.
Or not. Oh, look at you! You're double shielding up your Dragonite.
Of course, Dragonite gets all the shields, alright? Dragonite gets all the shields. I wanted to go for I think I have Draco on this at first, but I decided let's just throw the Dragon Claw. To be sure.
Do you recommend Draco Meteor for it, or would you rather have Hurricane if you're doing an actual tournament?
I think Draco. Draco's probably the way. But honestly, you could go single move too, to be honest. I think versus Hurricane and Draco's probably better. Just because Dragon types it's just neutral versus everything. Or super effective against other dragons. But there are no dragon resists. So just Draco is, I think, is the best way.
I like that they had a shield left, and you definitely had enough for sky attacks, but you just decided to farm them down.
Yeah. At this point, why waste the time?
Yep.
Just farm them down.
So,
GG.
Speaking of, for the sake of time, we'll just show the first 2 since it's quite obvious that you won that round as well.
Yep. Yeah, I think if we learned anything from that round, is that make sure you got a good dragon answer on
Yeah.
your team. So an ice type or like a pseudo dragon, like I have Lugia with Dragon Tail, also takes out opposing dragons. Another one is like Gyarados with Dragon Breath or Charizard with Dragon Breath can also take out the other dragons, but definitely make sure you have an anti-dragon on your team.
I'm really interested in this team composition of Matt's because he has a Dragonair, which we realized from a previous cup, Shadow Dragonair is just a beast to deal with in almost
Monster.
anything. It's kind of like your Shadow Dragonite, but on the ground. But obviously, Shadow Dragonite does take out the Dragonair.
He's in the chat too, yo!
Oh, hey!
Hey, dude. Also, one more question. Was this before the cast form got rock?
Yes,
Ball?
this is pre the move update, so this is still Weather Ball normal, which I think in this meta is better. But
yeah, it is.
it is now Weather Ball Rock. So that cast form would be a real issue for my Dragonite and Lugia actually with Weather Ball Rock. But since it's normal, not as much of a problem.
So he's even in the chat, so feel free to talk some shit if you want. But what is your thoughts when
Right.
you saw his team? How did you think that you wanted to play this?
I just saw double dragon, Dragonair and Gyarados and thought, wow, this is gonna be very, very difficult because I really don't have the greatest dragon answers. Of course, I do have Lugia, but like before the Dragon Tail buff, Dragon Tail really didn't do that much damage. So Dragonair versus Lugia is still quite close. But I'm likely gonna bring it anyway because Lugia really does work against his entire team. Basically beating the Medicham and the Venusaur really hard. It's pretty neutral versus Castform and Dragonair, and the Gyarados is also kind of neutral, just has to worry about the Mew. So with that in mind, I probably bring a Mew counter like a Zangoose or even like Dragonite beats it into shield as well, could be another option. Or my Wishcash combined with Lugia and maybe even Deoxys, because Deoxys is kind of good.
You're like, maybe
too.
just my whole team. Can I bring all 6 in?
That would be great. That would be great. Yeah, sometimes there's just too much to bring, right? But I don't know exactly what I combine everything with here, but I think Lugia is a must pick. That's for sure.
All right.
Just for the Dragonair.
Yeah, the Dragonair, when I see it, I am immediately a little bit wary, so I'm excited to see how these games will go down.
Yeah. I have no clue what I do anyway, so I think we should just head into it. Oh, I bring a Golem. Oh yeah, scare the Gary, I guess.
Exactly. He swapped immediately, which means that he's not running Surf, which is good. But now you need to land the Sky Attack. But this is not a Shadow Dragonair, so you're not as scared as of the Aqua Tail as much as it would have been in Shadow, right?
Exactly. But look how much damage they've already done to my Lugia.
Yeah.
Like, if they just shield this Sky Attack up, they win Switch. So this is gonna be quite tough. I'm expecting, since even a Dragon Claw Mew was actually quite decent against Golem, and since they switched out immediately, I am kind of expecting a hard answer to my Golem in the back. Yeah, I just killed it right before we could get to the move.
Yeah, and that is really crucial. Will you go for the dragon? Break a meteor just to show, but unfortunately, you throw the dragon claw at the move.
Yep.
Yeah, you
I'm
did.
really hoping to take it out before they get to another move here. Yeah, this does a lot. Hopefully I get it. Oh, he survives at 1
it's a
HP. He goes,
Medicham.
yeah, Medicham. That is what I was expecting. So it's good to see it here. It's good that my Dragonite is still alive. Luckily, I have Wild Charge on this thing.
Yeah, and that's gonna take it out.
Yep.
Even though it's gonna give a few, but the Mew's no longer a concern because its HP is so low that I think one volt switch would take it out.
Yep.
You're gonna let it go, right? Oh, we go.
Shoot it up because the Voltage went through, so the damage will register right after, and there's the Mew. It's a good game.
Yeah.
The
I think
snipe
with
with the Dragonite there was quite big. Dragonair not getting the move off was pretty crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that you never ideally swap the Mew so fast because people still don't know your moveset. The moment you swap out on the golem, you're like, okay, he doesn't have any water move. He doesn't have surf. So maybe
Yeah.
waiting there might have been a good idea.
Well, it's either that or they have a two better answers in the back, right? So.
Yeah, exactly. All right,
Still...
let's go. Game number 2.
Yep. All right, Golem into cast form. This is a pretty neutral matchup, though Energy Ball does pretty much KO my Golem.
Oh, you go for the wild charge straight away. So I guess your plan is to wild charge and then swap out.
Exactly. Both of my mons in the back line are kind of weak to Gyarados, and I was kind of expecting him to bring it here. So I bring in Lugia, hoping to lure it out so that I can farm it down later, and well, here it is. So going exactly as planned right now. Go throw the Sky Attack here. Hopefully they no shield. And now I'm just gonna let my Lugia go, most likely.
Yeah, fair enough. And they have to throw because they're shield behind, and if they went any further, they probably would have to commit another shield. They throw an Aqua Tail, which will take out the Lugia, and I think you bring in the Golem and just Volt Switch farm down the Gyarados.
Exactly. I can only get one though. Maybe I should have undercharged the Sky Attack a little bit, because then I would have gotten maybe 2 Volt Switches, but this is still fine. Throw another Wild Charge.
Great. Yeah, at this point, unless there's a Venusaur at the back or Medicham at the back, you really don't have to fear much. And they're 2 shields down, which means that I don't see a win condition there, because Dragonite is just gonna run through their entire lineup if given shields.
Well, they do. I think this was a misplay right here, swapping in Dragonite, because Golem could have still taken the moves, and this is what I was expecting: the Dragonair in the back. And at this point, since I didn't commit my second shield on the Dragonite, this is gonna be very, very tough for my Golem.
Exactly. I think you need to overfarm just a little bit so that you can beat the cast form to the move. But it's still going to be really, really close.
Yeah, Wild Charge does more right here, so that's why I throw it. And I go for the Rock Throw because I wasn't expecting to survive 3 hexes, which, as you can see, I won't.
I think
I do this.
You should.
Well, he gets the move, so.
Yeah.
Actually, I might have been able to get there.
Yeah, I think you would have. I think not double shielding the Dragonite proved really costly because you would have been coming out of this matchup with the Dragon Claw Sword. And yeah, probably. But you know, I guess you had a game plan in mind, and you just messed it up
at the time I was expecting the Medicham in the back, and I didn't want to get one shot by an Ice Punch. So that's why I shielded it, but it ended up being the Dragonair, which ended up costing me the game, unfortunately.
All right. So I guess you're going to have to modify your line, right? Because this is not going to work third time. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
Oh, I am very scared of the Dragonair. I don't think I'm not sure what I do, but. Think about it now. I probably should just go with a line that's triple, like neutral to Dragonair. So no more Golem. Maybe I'll bring the Deoxys this time.
All right. Let's see what you do.
Oh well, I do bring the Golem. I'm very sure about my line. I just bring in the Dragonite immediately. They bring in the Mew, but I have a good chunk of energy.
Yeah, and I think the same way. So probably he's gonna shield and try to farm me down, right? I think that would be the best play. Does he get to it? Oh man, barely don't get to it. But I know it's not Surf, so I might be able to farm this all the way down with Golem. Exactly. You're gonna have to take 2 Dragon Claws or maybe 3, but that's still not going to be enough to KO you. So I think you're safe trying to farm this down.
Yep. Though, if I want to farm down, I will have to shoot the third move. But that is fine, you know. They have a Dragon Breath user, so I'm not really that worried about spending shields here. I just want to gain energy and like regain or keep a little bit of health at least. In comes the Medi though.
Yeah, but this Medi needs a shield because the Wild Charge is going to do a ton of damage. And Lugia, if... Oh, man. Yes,
just throw 2 of them.
Exactly. that's gonna do so much damage if he doesn't shield it, and you swap into Lugia immediately. Make sure he doesn't get that energy advantage, and you're going to possibly save the shield for what's in the back.
Exactly, exactly. And Lugia is currently in a spot where it does best. This is exactly why I picked Lugia for those Dragon plus Medicham cores. Lugia really only one of the only core breakers there at the time at the 1 point slot. Now a 6 pointer though, so unfortunate for all of this. It's still gotta do their tournaments, but like another cheap, like the current. I think the current cheap options for one of those core breakers is like Gyarados if you're looking for one of those.
Yeah, fair enough. I think at the top of my head, I don't remember anything else that's going to do that job. Well, if you want to nickel against Dragon and Fighter, just pick Noctowl and don't.
Oh yeah.
Avi will
Also
always
works, but
promote
yeah,
Noctowl.
Hey, Noctow's my baby.
That's right.
Don't listen.
Golem likes Noctowl too.
I know. Well, the goal is not to like it. Right.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
All right.
All right, that was a good game, Matisse.
I don't hear counter good, not again. All right. Okay, I'm gonna try to fix that while you guys go through this.
Yeah, sounds good. I just have to say this: Heatmore's icon just makes me feel uncomfortable. That seems like such strange placement of things on his body.
There's an anteater.
Wait. One more thing. Whenever I see a Heatmore in battle, I always get reminded of Amanda because she had Heatmore when nobody else did in Belgium. And the first time I played her, she ran Heatmore, and I was like, "What moveset does this thing have?"
It can run so many different moves.
I think it was in Forest Cup. Yeah, I was doing the double fire, so I did a Blaziken and a Heatmore on my team.
Interesting. With Lick or with Fire Spin?
With Fire Spin and also with Thunder Punch because that was when the Manteens were just like running crazy. So.
Yeah. I didn't have a Heatmore at the time, unfortunately, but I would have probably tried it out if I did because it looked really fun.
Yeah, it was it's the benefit of having family and friends back in America, going there, collecting some regionals, bringing them back for my friends here. So.
Yeah.
And my new friend, ThoTechtical, who will soon get a Pachirichu.
Yes. Next time when we
when we meet, yeah. All right.
Were you at the what is it called? The Rose Cup?
No, I wasn't. I hadn't gone to. I've never met Abi or Spleen in person either. So.
Oh. Well, we gotta do a big meet up then.
Yes,
when
definitely.
It's possible.
When lockdown and everything is over and big tournaments are available, we will definitely try to host an MPA one in Brussels and get a lot of people from the Netherlands back over as well. Maybe you guys won't take buses home early.
Yeah, excellent. You gotta go next day. You can stay at mine. My house is right next to it.
Oh,
I can fit like 15 people, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
well, I'm so down.
Yeah. So, not in Antwerp, man. Antwerp is just a parking lot of the entire.
How dare you?
Right?
You know what? I'm gonna just mute Abi. What were you guys saying? You couldn't hear him, right? That's because I.
Also, guys, if you want a fun story, I think this happened with Tho. I've already said this before, but it's really funny, so I'm gonna say it again. So my girlfriend knows nothing about PvP, and I think Tho was going to register, and when he said that he was ThoTechtical, there was Alex and two other guys next to who do PvP. They never seen him before. They were all freaking out, and then my girlfriend was like, "Huh." Say it again. What's your name? And Tho was taken back, and we were laughing for a while. But that was a fun incident.
Tho had to take off his sunglasses and stop signing autographs and say, "What? You don't know who I am?"
No.
It was just funny for us because
that was also before I did YouTube and stuff. So no one really saw me, but I was like at the top of the leaderboards, of course. So
exactly. And
another fun thing about that tournament actually, I had a friend there, and of course I was the highest rated player at the time, so I was gonna be on table 1, And my friend, he sat there and he was like, "Yeah, this is my spot, you know." I was like, "Yeah, table 1, you know, I'm gonna sit there." But then we ended up facing in round 1. He was actually table 1. It was very interesting.
And immediately kicked back down to the lower table.
Yeah, well, I 3-0'd him, so.
Job well done.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty good.
Let's look at this team. There's some spice here. We have a regular Stunfisk and an Ampharos, so a double electric kind of lineup trying there.
Yeah, but this is yet another team which is incredibly weak to Dragonite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're making me rethink my whole lineup with this Zangoose and this Dragonite. So.
Yeah, but this is like a week 1 tournament, right? So you have to remember people are bringing more dragon counters now, and for everyone that's making their team, see this as a lesson. Bring dragon counters because they can wreck your line.
I'm ready to see.
I think ice types and something, let's say something like a Regirock is going to do well as the meta evolves, because at least for me, I think Regirock is amazing because, you know, you give it 1 lock on or something, it still beats Defense Deoxys in the zero shields, which is really good. Like, okay, people are running Defense Deoxys a lot and a lot less Medicham. So if you have a Pokemon that's going to beat like one of the top picked counters to it, it's really good. And also should take care of Dragonite and Lugia and.
I think it's Regirock is ranked like number 2 or 3 on PB Poke for
exactly,
for
but
this
people
cup,
are just ignoring it because I think it's the same like in the previous cup where Silph players made Regirock and then GBL players just ignored it. I forgot what the cup was, but it was the 2nd or the 3rd one where Regirock was very highly used.
Labyrinth?
Yeah, Labyrinth. That's the one. I think. At the starting, not enough Regirocks. Towards the end, everybody had it in their teams.
I think the problem with Regirock in this meta is that it loses the 2 shield versus like Dragonite and other high fast move damage dragons. And also, I found it really difficult to create a line in this meta that's not weak to counter. You can already see my team. I mean, I do have 3 answers to counter, but Zangoose gets destroyed, Golem gets destroyed, and Wishcash doesn't have the greatest time either. I think your 6 and 4 point slots, or even your 10 point slots, are best spent on fighting counters really, and bring like a Regirock. I think you're gonna have a tough time creating a line that's well balanced overall, but also like counters the counter users basically.
Yeah. I've noticed as a Regirock user myself that in the past when I used it for Labyrinth Cup, and also I used it in Retro Cup because I thought it was a fun pick, but it's kind of has the Quagsire problem that even though it does get to its moves fairly quickly, it's just not quick enough against the things like you were saying, the counter users. And also, if for some reason people don't have a Defense Deoxys, Medicham is a really good secondary pick, and then you're just completely screwed if you safe swap in a Regi and then they counter you with the Medicham. Right. Although granted, you'd be able to see it in their line of 6 and maybe you wouldn't bring your Regirock.
Let's all sign petitions, right? Give the Regis weather ball.
I will sign the anti-petition. Right?
Oh man, that would make it too good. Alright, let's get into this round. What round are we on? 4. Round 4. Here we go. Alright. So, I assume what you're saying, your Dragonite is going to come into big play here?
Yep. I'll eat the Wishcash because I think the biggest problem for my Dragonite in this lineup are the electric types. So Wishcash, of course, the best counters for those. And I do end up leading into an electric type. The Stunfisk, they bring in their Medicham. And in the 2 shield, this is a really good matchup for Dragonite. Though, I definitely do have to shoot the Ice Punches.
Yep. I mean, theoretically, Dragonite almost has to shield anything that's being thrown at it because, especially as the Shadow one, it's exceptionally squishy in the Great League. But yeah, even with the shield down, you still have a lot of energy on your Dragonite and a decent amount of health left, so you're gonna punish whatever comes in.
Yeah, in comes the Stunfisk. I almost.
Oh, I was kind of hoping you would.
Yeah, but no, he was at the 5th Thunder Shock, or the 4th or 5th. So I just threw, and I'm actually gonna save my D-Knight right there because I do have 2 mons that are pretty good against Stunfisk. I don't want to have to shield my D-Knight, and I think whatever's in the back is going to be quite weak to it. Actually, I ended up catching a discharge.
Yeah, I was just
quite
going to ask
huge.
if you caught, because it looked like he was swapped and then he got a few more and through, but obviously maybe it was just a misclick in that case too. And you're going straight Mud Bomb on the Jelly, which is the call.
Yep. And this really good that the Jelly is coming out now, because DD doesn't want to see it for sure.
That's right, and we'll get to kind of identify what the moveset is on the Jellicent too. First game is always good for gathering information for your future lineups. So
Exactly.
Shadow Ball, and I assume probably in this meta, Ice Beam is the other move, but we'll see if he Bubble Beams you.
A lot of Jellies do run a Bubble Beam here actually. Oh, I actually also swap out because I don't want them to farm me down. That would not be great. And or Switch Timers are misaligned because they did throw a move earlier, so I'm pretty safe to swap out here. They swap in their Stun Fisk right now. I can do a lot of things here, but I no shield. I think I'm just gonna farm now with DD.
Smart. Have at least something to throw and threaten the Jellicent now that it's out of shields, and it is very low.
It is. Yeah, at this point, a Psycho Boost where I just hit half the bubbles probably already kills.
So, yep.
Yeah, there it is.
Even if for some reason this didn't, you're still sitting comfortable, you have a shield, but we didn't get to see the second move on the Jelly, so what are your thoughts about it? You assume that they'll probably bring it again?
Well, yeah, I think they're likely bringing Jelly again because DD is very strong versus their squad, and Jelly really the only counter to it. Though like Venusaur, Stunfisk, and Medi all are kind of neutral, so could go with the teamwork with those three as well. Though he does need some more Dragonite answers too, and Jelly is not bad versus Dragonite. Especially with like Hex, Ice Beam, even in Shadow Ball Chaos, he doesn't even need the Ice Beam. Well, would probably be better just for the bait. So yeah, I definitely think he does bring the Jelly again.
All right, well let's find out. So you're getting spicy here, going with that Zangoose, calling the Jelly lead.
Expecting the Jelly. Kind of risky in hindsight to bring the Zangoose because he really only counters the Jelly. But,
you just must have you were really feeling it.
Yeah, I was really feeling the Jelly. So I bring in the Dragonite versus the Venusaur, and I'm pretty sure I can farm this down. He's at the 6th Vine Whip there, so I kill him right before the 2nd Sludge Bomb.
Which is good because otherwise, would you have double shielded?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, Sludge Bomb
Sludge
definitely
Bomb
takes you out.
KOs from that range. Here comes Jelly again. Just gonna fire these Dragon Claws.
And it's good you still have a shield, so lots of energy, a shield left. The Jelly is no longer an issue. But
Exactly.
the problem is kind of like what you discussed before. You have Zangoose on your team, which also needs a lot of shields like the Dragonite does. So it'll be interesting to see how you can play against... I think you got very fortunate with the Venusaur swap in that you can take it out with the Dragonite.
KO the Jelly right there. Yeah, they're in trouble now. They're very much in trouble. I swap. I don't know why I swapped. I think I wanted to save my my Dragonite for a little longer without having to shield. Zangoose is just another shield here.
Ooh, and you go straight for the close combat. They weren't expecting it because you had swapped in, and yeah.
Yep.
I mean, this is...
It's a freaking discharge. Yeah, it's very glossy, alright?
Yep.
I need to just take it down with the Dragon Breath. Yeah, again, another good showcase why you need some ice damage or some dragon damage to your team just to counter those dragons.
Yeah, I mean, like, theoretically, the electrics do fairly decent, but as you can just see there, I mean, especially with the shadow variant of the Dragon Breath, it was just too much for a lot of things to handle in the
Exactly.
Great League. All right.
Exactly.
We are trucking through.
Yeah, that was fast, guys. Good job.
Yeah, he wins the first two, and it's me. It's making my job super easy. So here are some dragon counters. You asked, and you shall receive.
Oh, I didn't ask, but yeah, I did recommend. But yeah, Abomasnow, huge issue for my team.
Yeah.
Because it just beats Dragonite, Lugia, Wishcash. Golem generally gets beaten by it as well, because the vultures, of course, are resisted by Abomasnow. Zangoose, not the greatest matchup versus Abominable Snow, just because the Shadow Claws are neutral, of course, and not stab. I have to hit a close combat to kill it, but he outpaces with the Weather Balls, and I think one Weather Ball probably does like 80%. So it hurts. Deoxys is really my only answer, but he has some Deoxys answers on his team, so it's pretty tough.
Yeah, I think what is it called? Your team also needs to address the defense deoxys a wee bit more, because yes, you have you have the Zangoose, but in the end, like a combination of Abomasnow, a Shadow Abomasnow, and Deoxys is going to be really tough to overcome, I think.
The Swampert too. Swampert
Yeah.
beats everything but Dragonite basically, and Lugia is kind of neutral, but the rest it just kind of destroys.
Yeah.
So he can have any of these three in the back, but possibly he'll need. I guess he's going to use defense deoxys as something that soaks up damage and then try to do as much damage with Abama.
Well, and you also have to remember, I mean, he's got his Shadow Dragonite of his own on the team, so he could really be playing, absolutely countering you with the dragon itself. So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, JBG has a lot of different options to go against your team.
Yep. So, but I got a couple options as well. I think my Deoxys is still pretty strong. Let's play against everything. Dragonite also kind of solid against their Swampert, their Deoxys, their own Dragonite, their Ninetales, and their Raichu. Just have to watch out for the Abomasnow, of course. And I think Lugia might have some play as well. Just because like the only hard answers are, of course, Abomasnow and Raichu, but I'm not really expecting Raichu, so just Abomasnow. And Lugia will definitely help against his Dragonite and his Deoxys.
Daniel, I'm just reading your comment, and you say you only caught it from round 4. Has the Alolan Golem seen any use so far? A lot of use, actually. I think Tho used it all 3 rounds in round number 3, so you missed the showcase of Alolan Golem.
Also, guys, one more thing: if you're looking for a one-pointer ice type that's going to deal with both the dragons and the counter users, just pick Articuno.
Yeah, Articuno is a very
we may have a treat for you in the last round, but
yes,
without
treat. I wouldn't call it a treat, but all right. It's,
without spoiling that,
just being Articuno, yeah.
let's get into round number 5 against the JBG, who's a German trainer. Very,
Jinx.
very good.
All right, so I'll let you start it out.
All right. Well, I don't know what I bring anymore, but like I said, probably Dragonite somewhere, and Deoxys. Oh, Deoxys in the lead versus Swampert. This is kind of even, though Swampert does generally beat this because I have to debuff myself with the Psycho boosts, which
Yeah,
I do straight away.
I think you just don't want him to throw. I don't know what you were thinking. I can't say anything because you probably wanted him to shield. I don't know, but I guess you make him throw the energy and get out because now. Yeah, Zangoose is a pretty decent answer, but these Hydro Cannons would have done so much damage. Will he outpace you to the next one is the big question. He does not.
Nope. I get there right before him. I think with this Zangoose, I was kind of hoping to...
Oh!
Yeah, he gets there barely, which is very, very tough for Zangoose, of course.
But now you can get some energy lead on the Zangoose and whatever.
This is where throwing that Psycho Boost early really hurt me, by the way.
Yeah.
I probably should have waited until he threw one Hydro, but I didn't want him to build up too much. In comes a D-Knight, and this is a pretty big issue.
Oh man, you just
farms me down.
This Dragon Claw. Oh, what?
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't throw. He definitely had a move.
Yeah,
he
definitely had a move.
But I think he was maybe farming up for like an outrage or something, and I just didn't throw. So I got incredibly lucky there, to be honest.
Yeah, I think a Dragon Claw would still have been enough to pretty much.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Does he have 2 Weather Balls is the big question here.
I
don't think so.
So we farm him down. A little lucky there. But we'll take it, right?
Yeah, of course we take it. As long as he didn't dispute it, it means he was thinking of doing something else, and that's his fault.
Yeah, or I don't know, maybe you just got a little lag. We are doing practice, so even if you have a little lag,
fair
we
enough.
usually just say, oh, well, it's all right. So,
yeah.
Anyway, I think next game, probably just run a similar line.
And not throw the Psycho Boost first.
Yes, alright. Whoa, this is a quick match. We had Deoxys first, Abomasnow lead. Lead Deoxys. I'm just running almost the same team. Don't know Zangus this time. Just trying to bring Lugia into the D-Knight, and this D-Knight's doing so much damage. I have to shield this, or he wins the 2 shields, so don't want that to happen.
All right, now I think you can force him in a scenario where he has to shield, and I think at this point you could basically Dragon Tail him down if you shield this one.
Yes. And as you can see, I am in the red, so I definitely needed to shoot both of these to regain switch. And I have a Sky Attack loaded, so if the Abomasnow comes back in, I'll be able to throw another Sky Attack on it, which is really nice.
Exactly, and it doesn't matter if the Abomasnow gets an energy lead, you do have a defense Deoxys. It's more than capable of tanking the moves that Abomasnow is going to throw at it.
Wow! These hurt. These really, really hurt. So, and I have a Dragonite with no shields. Luckily, I swapped quite quickly here, which means they won't be able to get to the Sludge Wave before I get to my Dragon Claw. But this does mean that the Abomasnow will likely be able to farm me down.
Oh man, that will hurt. But can you get to another Dragon Claw? Oh man, this is so close. Oh, but you do have a move. You do have a move. This is going to be a CMP tie, and it's not going to kill.
Maybe as Blizzard.
Really? Okay.
Nope. No Blizzard.
Come on.
That would have definitely KO'd though. Can you imagine?
I would have thrown my phone away, to be honest, if there was a Blizzard. I think I did that once to a guy. I had Blizzard on my Kingdra for Forest Cup, and his parrot
me too. Yeah. Safe swap Kingdra with Blizzard in Forest Cup was the way.
Yeah, it was really
Got so many people off guard.
Yeah.
Oh, Kingdra, that's already just rude. Alright. Blizzard on Kingdra.
Ooh. So it's...
Ooh, look, an Articuno.
EU Emperor Showdown.
Yep, it is Inadequate. The winner of, was it the Prismatic Cup tournament I hosted last month? Just a friend of
Commander
mine,
Cup,
from
right?
the
Last
Netherlands. Oh yeah, Commander Cup. Yeah, true. No,
No, but I think he won the Prismatic Cup.
He did win the Prismatic Cup, but it wasn't last month. It's true.
Yeah.
Well, if you say last month, I think Lundberger has no memory of what happened last month. She just hated the tournament.
Oh my gosh. Commander Cup was my worst meta, and I was also like on semi-holiday, so it's like I couldn't really focus on, I was like, I had to make sure that I did work, and then I wanted to go outside in the Spanish sun, and I was like, I have all these tournaments that I have to play. But
yeah, we could use this match to answer who's the best Dutch streamer.
No, we can't.
Spoiler alert! So
this team is very, very rough for mine. Actually, the double ice. It's very difficult to deal with because I really only have one good ice answer in Golem, and Frost Ice versus Golem. It's still not very clear. I do have the Zangoose for the Golem. For the Frost Slash, I mean, but that matchup is also not that amazing because one Avalanche just straight up KOs and a Night Slash only does like 50%.
Right, yep, and Frost Slash, as we know from almost any cup now with a little bit of energy advantage, is just insane. I'm surprised that he went with the 10-point pick though. That's impressive.
Yeah,
Inadequate is a big spender.
Yeah, Frost Slash is just very, very strong, and he is using a Swampert as his a 4-point pick actually, so the rest are all 1-pointers. So very interesting squad. The Cladle too, kind of scary for my squad as well. So
I was just gonna mention it, especially because it can have access to that Shadow Ball.
Yeah.
So you definitely will have to be scared, and also has Ice Beam. So till you find the moves that you're going to have to run scared.
Yeah, that Cladle Articuno combo is also quite.
When you see a Cladle, are you thinking that it's a Mud Slap, or are you thinking that it's a Psychic fast move?
In this meta, definitely Confusion.
Yeah.
Definitely Confusion, or Extra Sensory, but probably Confusion. There's no Steel types in this meta, so Mud Slap really doesn't have that much play. You have Rock, but Rock takes a lot of damage from Confusion already, and Cladle will resist the Rock move, so you don't need to beat them any harder than you already do.
Exactly.
Well,
I think in this meta, ground moves are not exactly necessary. unless you run something like a Wish Cache, which is just going to do a lot of neutral damage against
Yeah,
everything.
I mean, the main thing that is so great about Whiscash is that he's just a bulky little guy that can get to the mud bombs rather spammy very quick.
Yep.
So, all right, let's see who's the best player from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
No, is it,
Yeah. All right. Well, let's not decide that based on one single match when I'm already we are pretty even. But all right, it's fine. I lead Dragonite into Swampert right here. Actually, I'm expecting him to bring Swampert double ice, so I lead a hard counter line to it with Golem in the back. I do call it correctly, and it's Articuno. Seeing it as this is the swap, I am kind of expecting Frostlass. I throw this immediately. Because I don't think the Swampert can farm me down anyway, so...
Oh, and he just lets it go down, and now it looks like the Swampert's probably going to go to Farm Town because neither one of these moves are very effective against it. You're going straight Wild Charge.
Exactly. Two of these should KO, so...
Yeah.
And I think I get to another one. But as you can see, these Mitchells do a lot, and I have to throw Rock Blast, so it's kind of unfortunate. But hopefully he shoots.
Yeah, I would say if I was an adequate... Yeah, I would be very fearful because he's farmed up so much energy that he doesn't want to. But now you're in a very precarious position because if you bring in the Zangoose, the Hydro Cannons are coming quick and fast, and now you have to worry if you're going to get baited.
Yep. And
oh, and you do. Oh, he baits, and then I assume that. Oh man, this is so.
This is definitely the sludge, but I gotta no shoot. I know it's a Frostlass in the back. It's gotta be. And so I just go into Zangoose, hopefully farm this out. They're staying in 4 Mudshot, so he's either at the Heiser or one off.
But like we discussed earlier, this is a positive matchup, but it's not so positive that that you're obviously going to be ecstatic about being played against this. This would be enough to take it out, but assuming he's going to shield, as he's farming up a lot of energy on this as well, you have to shield this.
I kind of had to come out of here with a Night Slash stored, just in case the Swampert had a move, but it's very difficult. I should have probably undercharged my first Night Slash, but yeah, he just has a move right there. And,
oh, wow.
And that will definitely KO me, so that's very well played by him.
Dang, that is really, really good energy management there on that Swampert.
Yeah. Very, very good. And, well, I still think my line is perfect, so I'm just going to do the same thing.
And like you said, you definitely called what he was doing. It's just kind of unfortunate. Like you said, with the you should have maybe undercharged, but it's hard to know that in the time. So
yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And I get another lead, so let's go. In comes Frostlass. I am expecting the Articuno in the back, so I'm thinking I'm very good right there. I go for just go for the Night Slash right here. But Inadequate's very smart. He knows it doesn't KO yet. Lets it go.
Forcing you to
moves. And I should have overcharged. Should have known that didn't KO. I should have overcharged more. Because now I just don't get much more energy. I could have had way more energy right there. Because he was still at least 3 or 4 Powder Stones away from the second Avalanche.
Right. So now what are your thoughts of how to regain positioning here?
Oh, I think I'm looking really good right here, to be honest. Because, there's clearly an Articuno in the back, right?
Yeah.
So I have D-Knight versus Swampert. I have Golem versus Articuno. I think... I'm thinking at the moment this game is pretty much set in stone.
Waiting out the switch
or
timer.
What, maybe.
Yeah.
Go into D-Knight. Swampert throws the move. I am expecting a sludge, so actually no, I baited. I called a bait. That does so much. It's a freaking Claydol in the back.
And at this point, you just think, oh crap.
Yes, well, this is game over. This is game over. Claydol was actually a pretty good answer to Dragonite as well. Confusions, they do a lot. More than Dragon Breath, just because Claydol Shadow Ball too, which is insane. Also just destroys Golem, of course. If I had Stone Edge, this might have actually been pretty close, but Rock Blast is just very weak.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing you can really do against this.
Nope.
And a
I
wild
got the
charge.
Don't think it does more than Rock Blast,
Yeah.
but at this point I was just trying to waste time.
Oh man.
They killed me with the move.
Predicted. That's a bummer but very smart on his side. Recognize
Yes.
him knowing, oh crap, those in my head. He knows what the lineup that I was gonna bring. I barely won the first game, so yeah, he does something a little unexpected on the second one.
Exactly, and it was just I think his lineup had been in a pretty tough spot, because if it was Articuno, my only win condition was having the golem there. There's pretty much nothing else that could have taken Articuno out, so it was pretty much a coin flip at that point.
Yeah, this is like the one time that I played Count Xavius in a cup. I didn't bring, like, I think it was the Steelix or something. I can't remember what cup that was. I think it was Toxic. And it was like, I was like, oh, you know, I brought 2 counters to Steelix in the previous 2 games. So I was like, there's no way he's bringing his Steelix. I'm going like double flyer with something in the back, and it's like bringing a Golbat against a Steelix. And I was just like, well,
yikes.
There goes game 3.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes you need to risk it for the biscuit.
That's right. But those were some really good matches. Yeah, for people who are just kind of tuning in, I'll show just your team by itself. This is no longer a 20-point team. This is now a 25-point team, I believe.
Yes.
So you can't
That's
go exactly off of this, but yeah, it's definitely showcases a lot of good plays, seeing how much damage different Pokemon can take, and just yeah, obviously some really masterful thought process behind the team comp that you put together. What do you think you're running for your next cup? Do you have the link for it? Or I can grab it. I'll put it in the chat so if people want to join it. It's on Friday.
I can grab the link.
Perfect.
Right now. I have no clue what I'm running just yet.
I might actually join.
I saw that like before when we saw that Dragon Tail was getting a buff, I was like, I want to run Dragalge, dude. If Dragon Tail becomes a good move, Dragalge looks very, very fun, because poison dragon typing is really interesting.
And then
the Dragon Tail buff came out the morning off. I was building a team with Dragalge, and then they made it a 6-point pick, so now I'm sad.
Yep. You're like, okay, back on the bench.
Shouldn't you be rating the waifu tier list in your channel? Go away.
Yo, is there a waifu tier list?
Yeah, it's on his channel. I mean, on his Discord.
Oh, is it? Yo, I have a new waifu, Asarai. It's Nidoqueen.
Dude, no, I called dibs on Halloween, dude. You just came late. I tweeted it too.
Halloween?
Yeah, Halloween Cup.
What did it even do in Halloween?
It pretty much good against Azu. There were so many people, like 80% were leading Azu.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, it didn't win, but they didn't know that, so they swapped out.
Now it wins.
Yeah, now it does.
No. Yep.
Right,
Okay.
the link is in the chat for the tournament.
And it's on Friday, and you said it'll start probably around 7:30, right?
Yes, 7:30. The stream. I always start my stream at 7, but that's when the checking code goes live as well. But tournament starts at 7:30 Central European time.
Awesome. And it's a good opportunity for people. Obviously, this month you can get 2 weighted tournaments. If you're looking to increase your Silph ranking, this is a good opportunity to try to battle against some really good players, try out some team comps before the actual regionals start. Are you competing in a regionals, though?
Yes, very likely. Very likely. I am registered for the Dutch regionals on the 26th, but we will see. I'm not that competitive right now, so maybe I'll skip it.
Oh!
But, we will see.
Azuri says the regionals aren't weighted this season. Is that true?
I have no clue.
I thought it was weighted. I'm sorry. Maybe I just blurted shit out in my region.
No, but I also thought that was because normally that's the case, but maybe.
No, there's just one Dutch regionals, right? Or
There
is
is.
there many?
There's only one. Yes, we have like 60 participants.
Oh, dang.
Guess who's gonna be refereeing there?
You. Nice.
So be nice to the
So,
dean.
I can probably get some favors, right?
Okay.
Nice.
So confirmed in the chat that it'll be weighted times 3. So okay, instead of a 10. So
that's way better than previous seasons, to be honest.
yeah,
Yeah.
actually that's true because it gives them more balanced for newer players as well. You know, because obviously if you're good enough to be playing in regionals, then it's just giving another leg up to those people for if they have 2
So
ranked
there
tournaments.
goes all hope of me hitting elite. Eh? God damn it! I thought I could play these 2 and try to hit it, but
You'll get elite.
Yeah, you'll
Dude, I
definitely.
didn't play the last 2 months, so there's no
Oh.
way I make.
Oh, but you're elite in our hearts. Alright.
Thank you.
You're a season 2 elite.
Yeah. Okay. Let's.
Is there gonna be more tournaments after this, or is Venture the final one?
We don't know. They might do like the last season where you have like a month where you play everything and all the tournaments are like 1x each.
Ah.
So if you really want to grind, that's a way. But no, thank you. I skipped it last season too, so I'm not getting.
Yeah, I
into
also
season.
did.
I liked the remix cups though.
Yeah.
What were they called? I think they were called remix. They called them
Yeah,
remix cups, right?
yeah, they were called remix, but last season was like there was not.
No,
a lot of
Niantic
change.
actually stole it.
What a shock.
What a shock! You mean the Valentine's format was not the Rose Cup? What are you saying?
Well, it was kind of like the Rose Cup, but bad. But
Yeah. Yeah.
Very
Hopefully
cool.
Niantic does the show 6 play 3 format soon.
Yeah. I like what they've been
Also,
doing, like
one
on,
more thing,
on
guys,
Speedy's
this-
channel. Oh, sorry.
I
I was just
No,
saying
one
that
more
on Speedy's channel that he was doing the GBL league thing with the leaderboards, but it was a a show 6 pick 3 in the GBL format. And I was like, I think that's an interesting way to actually make it a little more fair and balanced.
Yeah. Also, one more thing, guys. The Meta Simplified video is out. I don't know if there's a link.
Yeah, I'll throw that in the chat real quick. And we
Nice,
are
I need
also
this.
going to start a tournament. It's going to be a 48-hour tournament soon. So we don't have it quite ready yet, but it will be.
Well, I'm kind of disappointed with factions, to be honest. I wanted to play though, so we were unbeaten. I thought at some point, like we would get matched up in the same bracket, but did not work out. How the hell do you guys have a 70% win rate, man? What is wrong with you people?
You're just lucky.
Just like, yeah, there's
Yeah.
absolutely no skill involved.
19-2
It's just,
is
just
not
lucky.
lucky.
Well, we went like 14-8, 14-7 last round, so
Okay.
Lower back down. So,
actually went 12-9.
Oh,
okay,
man.
that's
We
probably
can
your
throw it
closest
up
yet,
there.
right?
So one last.
Is your team still undefeated?
I have to check. I was traveling, so I couldn't play.
Oh, you are. Yeah. I see. You are.
I mean, I'm Italian in fact.
He's Italian. So,
Oh,
Thomas, who do you think we should send our viewers over to?
Let's see. Who is on a line? Ooh.
You're 1-8 against Tho. Well, Azure, I believe in you. I think it's going to be 2-8 soon.
It's in battles, by the way. Not in best of threes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
I'm undefeated in best of threes. But maybe that will change. That'll change. I actually faced Azarai in real life in the London's finest Sinister tournament.
Oh, nice.
The only thing I can boast about being unbeaten is against Kev and also the current Belgian #1. I haven't lost against them at all.
Ever? Wow.
Yeah.
I always thought I was doing really, really well in a month if I beat Kev.
Let's
I
rate the Fight Panic.
Okay.
Yeah, Panic, but he's been streaming for a long
Oh
time.
yeah, he's up for almost.
Yeah,
4
I
rounds,
was gonna
right?
say, I feel he
think
was
he's almost
online,
done.
yeah.
I think he's always done.
He has 2 accounts, so
Yeah, but 4 hours he's probably done, right?
yeah.
Let's rate for the battles then.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, one more thing to plug before. We're getting a more consistent streaming schedule started now that we're all kind of back from holiday. So Kanzavis is going to do his GBL sets, I believe, on Friday. And then we'll figure out next week's. But I'm doing a birthday stream next week on Wednesday and having some people on. So come over and say hi and wish me happy 20th birthday. Won't share how old
what?
I am. I'm just turning 20. Clearly.
Yeah.
I'm not the oldest one here by far.
Sure.
Ready for the battles. Thanks everyone for coming in. We will see you guys in the next one.
Thanks a lot, guys. See ya.
Later.